In this next article from the Daily Mail, Governor Cuomo, Bromo's brother, disinvited his 89-year-old mother from Thanksgiving after being called a hypocrite? What a piece of shit! No, sorry, Grandma. You can't be around our family because you're an infection vector, because you're in the nursing home where all the other COVID people are. So instead of just letting you die we're not going to invite you over to our house to reduce the contact that you have with COVID at the nursing home. We're just going to let you die alone in the nursing home. Right, because you're just such a good son. Cuomo was slammed after letting slip during a radio interview that he'd invited his 89-year-old mother, Matilda, to have dinner with him and his two of his three daughters. And this is after he's telling everybody else don't have any people over. What a hypocrite. I mean, he is a hypocrite, but I would tell everybody, fuck off, dude. My mom is coming and you can kiss my ass. So let's see. Monday night, he phoned his mother, Matilda, to say he could not celebrate the holiday together. Said she doesn't understand, and then phoned him again Tuesday morning about it. Cuomo said on Tuesday the dinner would have been safe because it was only for 4 people, which was in the rule of no more than 10 people gathering. Wait a minute. What a coward. All these Democrats are like this, dude. They're all little punk bitches, dude. They all are cowards like this. They will all do that shit to you. The moment you start pointing a finger like, you're racist, you're sexist, you're xenophobic, you're a hypocrite, then they all cow down because they don't want to be seen as the one person. The entire point of why they're the liberal, why they're in this scene is because people look up to them, dude. Do you think they'd be doing it if people look down to them? No, of course not. Of course they're only doing it because people look up to them. That's why they're doing it. They're not doing it for any other reason other than themselves. Why do you think Bromo's brother is doing this? Bromo is the CNN anchor, Cuomo's brother. He's doing it because he wants people to vote for him. No other reason. He's not doing it to save his mother. He's not doing it to save anybody's life. He's doing it because somebody called him a hypocrite and he doesn't have a spine. This guy's always been like that, dude. He's a scumbag. Well, that's the one good thing about Donald Trump. If he loses this bid to call out the election fraud, or if it wasn't real, I'm not saying that it's 100% legit. I personally think there's enough voter fraud to justify a third-party audit by the Justice Department. So whatever their audit was conducted by state, local officials. I don't think that they, at this point in time, we need to have a robust combing through. Like, we need to pick through with a fine-tooth comb, and we need to figure out what laws. See, the voter fraud stuff is not as much of a winning argument as the procedure that happened. This is something lawyers, I personally represented myself in court for a really nightmarish child custody thing. So I learned a lot about court. I learned a lot about presenting arguments. I learned a lot about what arguments to not present. And the one takeaway that burned me so bad to this day, I think about it all the time. And the lesson is just internalized constantly, is that you cannot have a shotgun spread strategy in a courtroom, dude. No, or you can have a shotgun spread strategy to get into the courtroom. You cannot have a shotgun spread strategy when you're in the courtroom, okay? And the reason why is because some arguments are very valid. Some of them are kind of iffy. Maybe it's a good point. But if you sit there in court and you say, well, there was this one thing, and if it wasn't that, then there was this other thing, and if it wasn't that, then it was this thing. If it wasn't that, it was this thing. The person's going to sit there and say, you don't have a case. That's what happened to me. It's tragic when you lose and your kid gets taken away. So that's why I think about it all the time. It's because in business, you also get this same thing happening. When you do this shotgun spread strategy with your startup, it's caused me a lot of pain. I'm still not making any money. That's why I'm on YouTube. But you have to limit your arguments to the ones that are going to win, your best ones, even if the other ones could win and your main one might not. You're dealing with people. You're dealing with people that are going to be sitting there looking at you like, they're going to get mad at you. So they're going to be like scratching their head like, what's up with this dude? Trying to gauge you, and then the moment you do anything to piss them off, or the moment you start saying false facts, is the moment you lose reputability with these people. This is why Sydney Watson was so devastating to this voter fraud case, because she was going into the crackpot land where she didn't have evidence. She's a good attorney. I don't have anything bad to say about her history as an attorney. She has a very good history, but she bozoed that. Like that was no, it's not Sydney Powell. Sydney Watson is actually, she's badass, dude. If you don't know Sydney Watson, she's great. Look her up on YouTube. Sydney Powell, right? Sydney Powell, right? Yeah. This one. So, hope of sad QAnon supporters. I'm so tired of this shit. I mean, this is just garbage news. Like, really, this is what you would call blue meat to the base. That's exactly what this is. This is here to click on. They want people who hate Donald Trump to be like, see, they're crazy, they're conspiracy quacks, they're QAnon. And they want to just completely discount QAnon as if there's no pedophiles in the entire world that work for the United States government, and that there's no drug cartels and no human smuggling networks. And that there is not Bohemian Grove. If you don't know what Bohemian Grove is, it's a place where they do ritual human sacrifice. So they got this owl god. It's actually real. It's not crazy at all, actually. It's definitely been proven that this exists. Here's the pictures of the owl god. And there's Nixon and Reagan. Yeah. Nixon and Reagan were members. I mean, here's pictures of them there. Is Biden in there? Business Insider is not a legit source. This is legit. So Bohemian Grove, this is real. Not only is it real, they also did ritual child sacrifice. It was mock child sacrifice. I think they stopped sacrificing children at some point in time. And not only that, Jeffrey Epstein's madame, the rapey dom chick, Ghislaine Maxwell, the one that was the real rapist, the real sex trafficker, Epstein was the John. He was the dude with the money. They were fucking for money. Ghislaine Maxwell was the one who was into the blackmail hooker scandals and having sex with teenagers. She was the bad apple. If you want to see more about this, I made a really good Epstein video. Actually, it's in the feed. The ones before, the older ones, I'm gonna delete those. They're just not that good. I think I was too callous. I was slut shaming, and I apologize for that. When people have been victim of a sex trafficking, even if they're sex trafficking themselves, which is what was the case in the Epstein circle, with the exception of Ghislaine Maxwell, it definitely looks like she was sex trafficking. Does not look like Epstein was sex trafficking. It looks like it was a referral network where one person was referred to another. One woman would do a massage and have sex with them, and then she'd refer another woman, and then that woman would come and give a massage, and then she would get a cut. And so the women were actually the sex traffickers. But Ghislaine Maxwell definitely appears to be a sex trafficker. So Ghislaine's father was involved, according to Alex Jones. Ghislaine Maxwell's father was a part of this Bohemian Grove scandal, and they did a hooker ring with blackmails. So it's just like the Epstein thing. So this is the QAnon thing. Actually, supposedly the people that they tracked down that they said was Q was like some dude in like Indonesia or the Philippines or something. I don't know enough about that. All I'm going off is the statistical likelihood where there's one, like, look at what percent people are pedophiles. Just look this up. What? That's creepy. Estimated to be lower than 5% of adult men. Wow. Wow. Woo! That's creepy as a mug, dog. Woo! Damn. Really? Like up to 5% of people are pedos? 1 in 20? You mean every single time I go to a party, there's a bunch of pedos there? Woo! And when they say pedo, and they're talking on here, they're talking about like a medical definition of a pedo, which is, according to the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, which is the Bible of mental disorders, that pedophilia is 13 and younger. So when they're saying this, they're saying 13 years old and younger here. Woo! Damn! So the statistical likelihood that there's not groups of pedos that work for the government that are high up is almost zero. It's almost zero because 1 in 20 of these people are pedos. I personally think that Biden might have engaged in some of this behavior because he is Biden. The reason why I believe that is because Biden was the groper. He's known as the groper, the White House groper. No, the streaking White House groper. So when he was in the Obama administration, living in the White House, he would walk around the White House naked and he would grope women. One particular instance, a Secret Service agent had to be restrained from attacking Joe the Groper Biden after China Joe groped his girlfriend at a White House event right in front of him. That is who the leftists just put in the Oval Office, streaking groper Biden. China Joe, the dude whose crackhead son gets millions of dollars from the Chinese Communist Party. That's pretty fucking sketchy, dude. That's as sketchy as it gets. Obama's sketchy as it gets, too. That dude, don't even think for a minute that guy's not sketchy, dude. I even worked to help him get elected. Twice. Trust me, that dude's sketchy as it gets, bro. Sketchy as it gets. Everything that I found out about him, that dude absolutely is not black. No way, shape, or form. He's a white guy, dude. I mean, his skin's not white. He's whiter than a cracker, bro. Whiter than a cracker. So what about this? A little bit tangential. So Sidney Powell's beacon of hope. Sorry, went off a little tangent there. What does this have to do about Cuomo? I don't think it has anything to do about Cuomo. All right, that's it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget the best way to support the channel is to share this video on social media. Don't forget also, too, they'll be chopped up. If you want to find the clips individually, you can go to RSS commentary on YouTube.